What's up, everybody? You're back in here with the Pro Football Pod. You've got Hope, Coach, Austin. We appreciate you guys stopping in. Go ahead, subscribe down below. Every 500 subscribers we hit, we're giving away jerseys out here. Help us, help you. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers season record prediction. We're going to break down every section of games, every game here, see how we think everything's going to work out for y'all this year. I'm pretty high on the Bucs this year. I think they're going to be a really, really solid team. I love what Baker's been showing them. They were able, as far as the draft picks they brought in, they got Emeka Ibuka in the first round, the wide receiver out of Ohio State that we loved. They got the cornerback Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame, which if he can stay healthy, that is an absolute steal. Then they came back again to get another corner with Jacob Parrish out of Kansas State. Love that for him. They added some solid pieces here, but there are guys like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Levante David, who are just getting older on that team, and they're eventually going to be gone. They brought in Shiloh, they brought in Shiloh Sanders as like a young developmental guy as an undrafted free agent, who by all accounts has been impressing so far in the off season. They also brought in, they've got Hassan Reddick, which right now I don't think he's shown up to anything, which is not shocking because that's what he did to the Jets last year too. So good on you, I guess, buddy. So guys, let's just go ahead and dive right into it here. So looking at the Tampa Bay's schedule, week 1, they're going to Atlanta. Week 2, they're going to Houston, Monday Night Football. Week 3, at home versus the New York Jets. Week 4, at home versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I have got them going 2-2 in that stretch. I have them beating Atlanta and the New York Jets. I think they dropped that one on the road, primetime versus Houston, and I think they dropped the one at home versus Philly.
Yep, I'd have to agree with you there. The one against Houston will be real tough.
I almost picked Baker in primetime. I really did.
Yeah, that one's real tough.
So, for all those people that think I hate Tampa Bay, I don't. I'm just a realist.
What are you about to do?
3-1.
Oh.
I think that the only team that they're not going to be able to beat is the Super Bowl champs, Philadelphia. I think that Houston is going to be a close game, but I think that the offense and defense is really, really gelling together already, whereas Houston's offense added a bunch of pieces, lost a bunch of pieces in injury. Their running game isn't as good. Bucky Irving's a top 5 running back right now in efficiency. I think that that's enough for them to pull out a victory.
Who saw that coming?
Bucky Irving?
Yeah.
And
this guy.
Like I said, I almost went with Houston, but I just gave them the edge in that one, so I got them going 2-2. You both have them going 3-1. Next set, at Seattle in week 5, home versus San Fran in week 6, at Detroit in week 7, and at New Orleans in week 8. I've got them going 2-2 again. I have them losing to Detroit and Seattle.
I have them beating Seattle.
Yeah.
I think Detroit they lose to, but I think that they're a better all-around team than Seattle. I'm not so secure in all the changes that happened. I think JSN and the running game will be solid, but I don't know if they'll be able to keep up with Bakefield and,
Nah. 3-1. You got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Lions being the only loss.
Hey, 12th man, beginning of October, might be looking at some weather later in the day right there. That's, just
Bucky Irving don't give a damn.
Just saying it could go that way. Hey, sometimes Kenneth Walker doesn't either, but other times
Kenneth Walker is a runner.
He'll be hurt by then.
Yeah,
that's valid take though. It's a valid take.
Right, so
he's going to be worked.
The Bucs actually have a perfect bye week right there in the middle of the season, week 9, looking for it perfectly. Come off a win versus New Orleans, go into the bye week. Then
Easy
week
win.
10, they stay home versus New England. They go on the road versus Buffalo in week 11. Week 12, they're on the road, opposite coast versus the Los Angeles Rams. That's Sunday night football for you. And then week 13, they're versus the Arizona Cardinals. I've got them going 3-1 in that stretch, with their only loss being versus the Buffalo Bills.
I haven't done the Buffalo Bills like schedule yet, but I really hope I don't have them going fucking 17-0. I haven't had them drop a single game yet, though. Every team that we've done so far, I've had Buffalo beating them. And we're doing the two worst divisions. But I'm just saying, like, oh my God, dude. I really hope that, like, I don't look back and be like, oh my God, Buffalo's going to win 16 games.
Yeah, it's okay. We're going to do the AFC East next week, so we'll be able to get into that for you.
Hey, there you go. So I have them losing versus Buffalo, and that's it. I think, obviously, New England is, they're young, and I have a lot of faith in what they're going to be doing this year, but they're not going to stand up against a well-coached Tampa Bay team that's already got everything that you need. All three phases, they're very good. Rams, we talked about it in the last episode with the Atlanta episode. By week, what is it, 12? Matt Stafford's probably hurting, might have a problem with his throwing hand or arm or something. It's a primetime game, and they're playing in LA, which is a home game for everybody that plays in LA. So
yep.
I think that Bucky Irving can take over that type of game. I think Mike Evans only needs 3 receptions for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns to take over that game. Godwin being completely healthy and adding Ibuka. Ibuka will be definitely a part of the offense by then, getting 5 or 6 targets a game, most likely. I think it's going to be really hard for Tampa to lose games by this point in the season if they're healthy.
That'll definitely be a tough game. Like, it could go either way. I mean, they got Devontae Adams and that boy Kyron Williams, so
yeah,
they don't even need much of a quarterback
it's gonna be
to get
hard
that
fought
team
for sure.
going. But yeah, I think 3-1 as well. Again,
final stretch: at home versus New Orleans, at home versus Atlanta on primetime. Looks like Thursday night football. On the road versus Carolina on a short week, the very next Sunday there. Or actually, no, it'd be a long week, so the Atlanta game would be a short week. That's my bad, guys. And then I've got at Carolina, at Miami, and then you finish off at home versus Carolina as well. I've got them going 4-1 in that stretch, with their only loss being that Atlanta Thursday night game, because they're coming off of a short week. It's a divisional opponent. Yes, you're at home, but I think Atlanta's got enough horses to be able to keep that going. And also in our Falcons episode, I had Atlanta winning this game, so just staying consistent.
Yep. 5-0. I think after they lose to the Bills, I don't see them losing another game on their schedule. I think Atlanta will be very close. Last Thursday night football game of this year for those that are keeping it on their schedule. So
playoff team like the Bucs may not be.
I think it'll be a banger. I think it'll be the 2 best teams in the division.
Oh, well, they did change that thing, where teams actually have to play now.
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
They didn't change the playoff seedings yet.
They did.
They tabled that for next season.
That's
for whatever reason, the Lions pulled their proposal, and it's just like, why? That was such a genius idea.
Yeah, I loved that.
Like, just give the end of the year like that much more weight, so that way, like, every game does matter, except for the first 14. And
they
then
don't want to have to
out.
deal with injuries week 1 and week 2 of the playoffs. That's why they like it being a bunch of gimme games last 3 weeks.
No, I think if they do that, they do that when they eventually go to an 18-week season. 18 weeks, 2 bye weeks, an extra game, and then they switch to that playoff seeding there. So overall, I've got the Bucs going 11-6. I have them winning the division by a game over Atlanta. They're going to make the playoffs, obviously, by winning the division. I think the Bucs are just one of those teams this year that other teams would rather not play. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not like they're overly terrifying, but it is one of those, like, Baker and the boys can come out and steal a win from you without even breaking a sweat type of thing. But Baker can also throw 3 interceptions and they lose by 25 points.
The only 3 games I have them losing are teams like what you just described that are terrifying teams that nobody wants to play home or away. Philly, Detroit, Buffalo. Those are the only 3 teams. I think I just named 3 teams that were in the conference.
Yeah, they
finals.
really don't have a hard schedule. Like
They
after
don't.
looking over this, like the Bucks don't have like the most gauntlet of schedules that you're looking at here.
If they had to play Rams earlier in the season, I think it'd be a lot closer, and I might have even given the Rams the win. But playing the Rams late is going to tend to me wanting to push it the other way. I just think that quarterback matters so much. Michael Penix is young. He's going to potentially have a Jordan Love type breakout. What Jordan Love's like first real season as a starter. First half of the season was okay. Second half of the season, he was elite and got paid for it. I think that we could see that from Michael Penix this year.
Yeah. So, hey, guys, Bucks fans, if y'all are still here with us, we greatly appreciate it. Go ahead, subscribe down below. Help us help you. We're giving back to the people out here. TulsiRoseTea.com, that's the sponsor for us. We really appreciate y'all's time. Peace out. Fire those cannons.